job market is so cooked right now, it has people following their dreams. It's so bad. The job market is so bad, it has people following their dreams. You know how cooked that sounds? That's crazy. You're telling me we live in a world where it's harder to get a job than it is to following your dreams. In a way, that's a good thing, right? That's good for us. That means you can actually follow your dreams. But there is two ways you can go about this, right? You can be that individual, you can be that person that sits at home all day, that cries, that complains, saying, oh my God, the job market is so bad, I can't find a job. And then continues to play video games all night with their friends. Stays up all night, wakes up late, doesn't do anything productive, doesn't go to the gym, doom scrolls on their phone all day, eats out, eats junk food, right? You can feel like shit, not doing anything productive. Or you can be that person that realizes, yes, the job market is bad, but let me take some accountability. There is something that I can always improve on and be better to increase my chances of getting a job. Or let me actually follow my dreams. Let me follow my passions. Let me do that thing that I pushed off for so long because I didn't have enough time. Because that's the excuse that you like to throw around all the time, saying, I don't have enough time for this, I don't have enough time for that. Well, guess what? You're unemployed, motherfucker. You have all the time in the world now. So why not use that wisely to follow your dreams? You want to be an actor, you want to be a teacher, you want to be a barber. Guess what? Now is the best opportunity. You have all the time in the world to put your time into to see if that's the thing you want to pursue for the rest of your life. Right? Whereas if you're 23, 24, 25, 22, 26, you just graduated or you just got unemployed and getting a job is very hard right now, and what you're doing is you're doom scrolling all day. You wake up, you watch videos that you're not supposed to watch. You know what I'm talking about. And you just continue drifting away, right? You drift away through life, not knowing the difference between Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, or even the weekend, right? Because every day feels the same. You're wasting your time. You're not living your days out consciously. That's the problem. You're not living your days out consciously. You're not reflecting. You're not really living. You're dead. But you're drifting away through life. So use this. This, I would say, is like the pandemic, like COVID. Remember when we all had like a couple years where it was just lockdown, you couldn't really do anything? There's some people that used their time like really good, you know, and they made it out a different person, different adventures, different businesses. And then there's some people that became worse during COVID. They actually got out of COVID worse than they started off with, right? Put on a lot of weight, unhealthy habits. And I feel like this is that recreation of COVID, the pandemic, but it's the job market pandemic, unemployment pandemic, I don't know. But that's what it is. So you can choose to either, be that person that plays video games all the time, does things they're not supposed to, smokes weed all the time because, oh my God, I feel like I'm very creative when I'm high. But that's your excuse to doing it every day and getting zero work done. That's a conversation for another time, but you can do that. Or you can be like, you know what? Let me write down what my goals are. Let me figure out what I want to do with my life. Let me actually, you know what? That's my dream. Let me tackle that. Let me try to do that for a couple months to a year. See if that's something I want to do, and go on with my life, right? Because risk doesn't exist. A lot of people think risk exists, but I don't think risk exists. Let's say you sacrifice 2 to 3 years of your life. Some people say it's a risk, but how is that really a risk? At most, you're losing out on 2 to 3 years of whatever salary you would have made in your job. But that is as big as the risk ever gets, right? But if the risk pays off, you make whatever you would have made in those 2 to 3 years. Some will make it in a month, some will make it in a couple weeks, some will make it in a year, right? So risk doesn't really exist. So use your time wisely and go after it. Go after it. Stop wasting your time.